Last night, things got quite emotional in the I'm a Celebrity camp. This time, it was the turn of footballer Wayne Bridge. He was reduced to tears by his campmates after they decided to help him celebrate his son's 10th birthday, which he was missing, obviously, because he's in the jungle.
Happy birthday, dear Jaden. Happy birthday to you.
No, it was amazing, really. People that I've only known for like 8-9 days have gone and done that, and the cupcakes kind of topped it off.
Well, yeah, and it got us talking, actually, to say, is it really that important to be there for your children's milestone birthdays or any kind of pivotal moment in their life?
I think it really is. You know, my parents divorced when I was 7 and my dad moved to America, which meant sort of the big milestones. All my summers were spent in America, but the big milestones like birthdays or school plays or whatever, he couldn't be there. And I have to say, you know, it does bother you. And, you know, as an adult now, I kind of always give him hell for it. You know, there's still a little bit... You've got to, haven't you? Yeah.
Did the other kids say where's your dad to you?
Yeah, it was just one of those things. I think if you can be, you should. Divorce is hard, but, yeah, it definitely affects you. It does. And I've got a friend, even last week, we were all away in America. She missed her twins' 3-year-old birthday party, which was like, we were like, they're 3, and she was like, oh, it doesn't matter, they won't remember.
She's probably right. They probably won't.
Right.
They'll maybe, when they're older, look at the pictures and go, Mum, where were you?
Yeah, where were you?
But did it upset you? I mean, we're laughing about it now, but at school...
It definitely did.
Your dad
It definitely did, and I think, you know, you sort of... You realise when it happens again and again, because obviously if you have a parent that lives in a different country, that's harder. Yeah. So it's something that's a sort of a regular occurrence, and it definitely did, and I think I was definitely a bit resentful for it, no question.
Candice, you're a teacher, or were till Friday.
Yes.
Might go back, who knows. But do you notice that as a teacher, the kids maybe whose parents aren't there, did you ever notice anything like that, that they were missing out
you definitely notice a change, especially I think I taught secondary, so it's 11 to up into 6th form 18, and they would change if something was different at home, or we'd maybe get a note in to say, well, just keep an eye on so-and-so today because parents are away or they're away for work for the week, and you would notice difference about them. I mean...
Do you make extra sort of effort? Because the teachers would be extra nice to me because of it, bless, poor thing. So do you do that? I know.
You just kind of keep an eye out for them and just
What
just
about
let people
kids
know.
whose parents don't come to any school plays or school events?
You do get that, and that's difficult. And I mean, I've seen things where sort of parents, even things like that, some of the teachers go around with the pupils and sort of so the pupils can get the feedback from teachers. It's important, and I mean, things happen. Growing up, I was lucky. We had an amazing childhood, but Mum and Dad worked in pubs. So we lived where Mum and Dad worked. But they couldn't come to everything we did because they were working, but they worked really hard so we could have lovely stuff.
It's the same as my mum and dad, because they were both singers in the show business. So for parents' night or whatever, they could just never be there. Now, it didn't make me love them any less, and I got why they couldn't be there. But I also remember that awful feeling of them not being there, and especially the next day when all your friends are like, oh, what did your mum say, and did she see your work? And I'm like, oh, they couldn't make it. But that made me a little bit over the top when I had my own children. Like, I am obsessive about being at everything. I don't think I've missed a parents' day or a sports day or a, you know, harvest festival or whatever they do, you know, always there. And sometimes, you know, especially when they're little, you are a bit like, oh, do I have to go, in your head? But I did, and it was funny because you go and you see them, don't you, walking in, and
their eyes light up.
Just looking for the mum, and when they see you, they're like, you know. So, you know, it was important to me as a parent to do it, but I understood why my parents couldn't.
I was the same as you, because I come from an army family, so we travelled a lot, and then eventually I went to boarding school. So my parents were... And anything, school plays and things. And, you know, I'm not saying it kind of damaged me at all, but I definitely felt it on the night of the school play. You know, that kind of buzz of excitement and all the kids and they're looking out through the curtains saying, oh, look, I can see your mum, I can see your dad. And I'd be a bit like, oh, God, we'll do that. But like you, that made me kind of overly...
Overly, so you go to everything for Jack?
Everything, pretty much. And the things I've missed, you know, I did feel guilty about if I was working. As they get older, it gets easier, and they don't always want you there, to be honest. Actually, there's one thing I used to feel quite grateful that my parents were abroad when it was parents' evening.
I've noticed now, my My teenage daughter doesn't even tell me when
No,
it's
that's what I was
due.
going to say. She's taking after me.
No.
Yeah, I used to get given the note to take my mum and dad home about the parent-teachers meeting, and if I'd been really naughty, well, I was really naughty, I just would throw the note away on the way home and hope that
If you thought that got heated, wait until you watch these and click here to subscribe. You may as well. It's totally free.